When Joseph was a young man was he courted Virgin Mary, the Queen of Galilee.
Hi, I'm Bill Russo. I am a community leader in the Italian American community in New York City. Among the positions that I hold is a board member of the Italian Heritage and Culture Committee of New York City. I'm vice president of the New York City Housing Authority Italian American Association. And I am appalled that the church would think of demolishing one of the most historic landmarks in the Italian American community. Although the community has changed over the years, that's one of the points that I want to make. If not for the Italian Americans who emigrated to the United States during the early 1900s en masse, many of the communities as we see them now, particularly those communities like South Brooklyn, Greenwich Village, even the Upper East Side, East Harlem, where beautiful brownstones and other institutional structures remained through the years and have been preserved, they were there and are there now because Italian Americans have had a tradition of building and maintaining their communities. This church is probably the last vestige of what was then a thriving Italian American community. Bishop DiMarzio, in the interests of listening to the community of East New York and the greater community, not only the Catholic community that have ties to this community, but the American community, and in fact, the community of people who believe that spiritual landmarks are tied to the physical landmarks. Many people have worshipped in this parish, have had their baptisms, communions, confirmations, weddings, all of the sacraments here. This church is significant to the Italian American community, but also to the American community, and for people who want to preserve a place or a significant landmark in the history of Catholicism in the United States.
Hi, my name is John Fratta. I'm a leader in the Italian American community. We're standing in front of a beautiful structure. A structure that shows the architectural genius of Italian immigrants. And to have it destroyed and have it torn down is really a crime. You know, we'll tear down a structure like this. This structure has a lot of Italian significance. Number one, this is the land that was owned by Pietro Alberti, who was the first Italian resident of New York. To tear this structure down is tearing a piece of our history down. We just can't let that happen. It's a beautiful church. The plan that's in place now by this community is to build affordable housing, keep the structure, have it as a community center. This should be a beacon of hope for this community. This should be a beacon where the people from this community can get educated, can get cultural, historical significance. I mean, there's so much you could do with this building. Tearing it down is such a wrong thing. And the fact that two Italian Americans are leading the chorus to tear it down is just a crime. It's a shame. And shame on them. Shame on them. We have to preserve this building.
Hello, my name is Charles Piazza. I'm standing across the street from Our Lady of Loreto Church in Brooklyn. This is the church that we've been negotiating with the diocese for close to 6 months now to preserve it, restore it, turn it into a cultural center. We've been arguing with the diocese where they have been challenging our estimates to restore the church are way under cost. Just this week we found out that that was not the case at all. In fact, their estimate was just about what our estimate is. So we are now here feeling more forceful than ever that we were really, if the correct word is lied to or put off, that's the word. For 5 or 6 months we were put off. Basically, they were never intending to have us restore the church.